Dominoes, dominoes. Dominoes is calling me. Dominoes is calling me. I don't give a shit. 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 Name of the song. Hang on. All right, so I linked the song. I linked it for you guys right there. It's called Mango Tango. That's from Double Dragon Neon. Once you enter the Chan universe, you can't leave. Check, check, check. It's like that song Hotel California, right? Once you check in, you can't ever leave. I'm going to finish this beer, and then I have a brand new one that I'm going to crack open. I am not familiar with the Cobra verse is. But you are the second person that has told me about the Cobra verse, so I have not seen it. Welcome, everybody. If this is your first time, I got a fuckload of new subscribers since the last time I've streamed, stemming from my videos on the Review Tech USA JKB situation. First and foremost, I appreciate it. Thank all of you guys so much for subscribing, for being a part of it. Hopefully, you guys stick around. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the content. I do trending topics. Once in a while, I'll stream a video game or I'll stream Chris Chan. Sometimes I'll review a game, indie stuff, whatever. All I ask is that you guys stick along for the ride. Stick along for the content. Be part of the ABE Nation. We like to touch tips here. Salute. What is up, dearest Abby? What's up, Samuel? Shout outs to all of the shout outs to all the channel members that are in here, by the way. Level 1 Online, Tommy, Elite, Pierce Pal. We also have dearest Abby in here. We have Samuel. Shout outs to all the channel members. By the way, a new month is about to come up, so it would mean a lot if you guys do renew your channel memberships. What's up, Xander? What's up, Toxic Cat? That sucks about your Switch and your games being stolen. Was sad this weekend. Picked up a copy of the Blu-ray. Did not have your badass autograph on it. Yeah. Sorry guys. If you're buying the Blu-ray and it's not at a convention that I'm at, it's not gonna have my signature on it. Sorry. I'm not where the Blu-rays are at. So, what's up, Dustin Dunaway? What's up, Bill Bones? So, yeah, if you're picking up the movie Blu-ray and it's not at a convention that I'm at, literally, sitting right there next to when you're picking it up, you're not going to have my signature on it. Am I coming to Houston anytime this year? I'm always at Retropalooza Houston. So, I'll be there. What's up, Michael? What's up, Ryan? Maybe eventually I'll buy it. So we're going to get started here in a little bit. We only got 9 likes. It says we have 30 concurrent viewers. Can we get those likes up before we get started? I'm also going to take a quick swig. So to catch up on Chan, I have not watched the last 2 Chris Chans. So I'm 2 episodes behind. As far as Chris Chan content goes. So, no spoilers. What's up, Albert C? How you guys doing? What's up, Robert? Why does it say I have bitrate issues? That's some horse shit. More members. We actually have... What's up, Game Chasers? Any Chan? Yeah, we're about to have Chan. We actually have enough members right now to have a new emote unlocked. And I need to make one. So I'm going to make a quick one, actually. It's going to be kind of drawn together. But I think you guys would definitely like this one, and I know there's a special someone out there that will definitely get a kick out of this one. So give me a second. We're going to make it real quick, and then I'll post it for you guys in the chat. I do appreciate you guys being here, by the way. Make sure you smash that like. We're going to watch the two episodes of Chan. I think one just came out today, actually. So we're going to catch up on episode 83, which is the one that I didn't see, and then episode 84. Again, if this is your first time here, I tend to stream most nights, 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Central, for sure Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm about to drop a new emoji, by the way, for all the channel members. As soon as we drop it, I want to see you guys using it. Okay, where the fuck do you add emojis? Okay, here we go. Emoji. And we just lost a whole fuckload of channel members. The ones that were gifted the other day by Call Me Daddy. All right. Does it happen instantly? Dearest Abby, welcome. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Does it happen instantly, or do they have to approve it? Give me a second. Let me see if I refresh. You guys are going to love this one. It's a little inside joke with the nation. It's there. So that is the Dominoes again emoji. So hashtag Dominoes again. So we have the Dominoes emoji now. Emoji. Dominoes again. Pizza time. Yeah, so there we go. A Domino's emoji, guys, for that special someone in the chat. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to get started here. I hope it says I have a good connection. I've never seen good. I've only seen excellent before. Good is weird. I've never had YouTube connection problems. I don't know why it's doing it, but that's pissing me off. Yeah, Rich called me out, guys. I don't know if you guys are aware of all that drama, but Review Tech called me out. He apologized since then, but he called me out on video. He thought I was fucking leaking out his private Facebook info. It was fucking weird. All right, so yeah, my connection's poor. Hopefully we stay on here. I'm very sorry. Didn't mean to disturb you guys. All right, so we're going to watch Chan, and hopefully I can get this shit situated. I know some motherfucker's going to say, hey, can you turn the volume up a little bit? So I'm going to go ahead and just turn it up right now and hope that it's not too loud. By the way, thank you, Abby, for the channel membership. I like that they're glitching out the intro now.
Fascinated. This is the story of Chris Chan.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
On March 15th, 2021, video game reviewer James Rolfe, also known as Angry Video Game Nerd, uploaded a YouTube review of the Nintendo Game Boy Color game Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown, based on the DreamWorks animation Shrek. The video also features dramatized skits involving members
turn it down
of the
here. I'm
channel
not fucking with the
3GI,
volume
who
again.
had
So
previously organized collaborative recreations of the films
you
Shrek
can turn it down
and
on
Sonic
y'all's
the
end.
Hedgehog, both of which featured Christine. During one skit, A character is seen wearing a Shrek medallion, reminiscent of the style of what Chris Chan had produced.
This is not
In
a
one
Spyro
shot, the
stream.
medallion's reverse side is seen to reveal that it was signed and supposedly created by Magichan Sonichu. On March 16th, over in the Plays Discord server, Christine talked to the Watchman about her most recent
So weird that they have all this
masturbation
shit documented.
I have been awake for about 2 to 3 hours now. My body was giving me a signal that it was horny again. I hate having a penis. Self-masturbation is really arduous and
Alright, I can already tell you this part's gonna be fucking wild. We're like, what? Fucking 5 seconds in and we're already talking about penises and Chris Chan being horny and him hating his own penis? Holy crap. Let's fucking go. Dominoes again? Chris Chan again? Let's fucking go. Penis talk. I want to know what Chris Chan's dick looks like, by the way.
annoying. Another 15 minutes down the drain. I was born the wrong physical gender. I can't say I hate it, even though I want to, because my body has got me in a fucking box over how the rubbing feeling is fair and good. Only
You're waiting for the laundry to finish? Pretty Idiot says, to be honest, what part of Chris Chan lore isn't batshit crazy? Honestly, his college days was probably like the most normal. Like when he got in trouble for putting the poster on the wall looking for a boyfriend-free girl. Like, honestly, that was like the most normal part. Like when he got kicked out of the mall and like that whole era. That was like the most normal part of his life. To be honest. Like, okay, big deal. He was wanting to fuck when he's in college. What college dude doesn't want to fuck? Am I wrong? It's out there and no, you don't. Believe me, I've probably seen gross. I've seen my fair, like, no homo. I've seen my fair share of dicks. Nothing could be like, ugh, when I look at it.
mildly enjoyable. I deserve better than this in that department. Ugh. Meanwhile, in a private
What's
channel
up,
to which
CDN
Chris
Shuffle?
had no access, the Watchman discussed ousted member Anaxis and his supposed continuous influence over her, when in fact it was Christine who had sought him out after
By the way,
losing
I'm probably
trust
gonna be
in the
sweating
Watchman,
here
seeing
because my
Anaxis
AC is
as the one
fucking
true channeler
on the
of
fritz.
Lin Chu, and not the recently appointed WCT. For several hours,
What's up, Gooner?
the Watchman schemed how to manipulate Chris back into trusting WCT's Lane Chu by telling her that the Lane Chu
Appreciate
in the
it,
place
CDN
was
Shuffle.
the true Lane Chu currently in dimension SD49, a dimension that was previously mentioned in passing
Isn't
by
it wild
Christine
how much of
herself.
this like chats
When
we got?
WCT as Lane Chu messaged Christine with their drafted script, she elaborated in length that his insistence to have Chris ask another resident of SD49 to confirm his information only further confirmed in her mind that he was an imposter. When asked to demonstrate further of his knowledge, WCT, with Watchman Nova's help, sent her a detailed description of the supposed planet on which Lane Chu currently resided. Feeling conflicted, Christine then privately asked
I swear to God, Chris Chan should have just wrote fiction. Like, for real. Chris Chan should have just wrote fictional stories. Because this motherfucker can write like nothing.
Anaxis if he still currently had access to Lane Chu, and if he could provide details
Love you
about
too,
the
Gooner.
character's whereabouts.
I love all you
Anaxis
guys.
had
Love
been
all
given
y'all.
Screenshots of the Watchman's schemes
Subscribe
to
if this is your
discredit
first time,
Anaxis's
by the way.
efforts by a publicly unknown insider, and so quickly concocted a scenario with which he
What's
would
up, Eric?
reply to Christine, in the hopes of retaining her trust. Anaxis wrote that he did indeed still have contact with Lane Chu, who was currently in Dimension X51 on the planet
This is
Dexium,
hilarious.
studying among the Whisper Travelers, who researched a plethora of subjects which
Thank
included
you, Samuel.
interdimensional travel and portal creation. The travelers sought to open a portal to C-197, and so Lane Chu was there to learn from them with the aim of bringing back the technology to Christine. Christine deemed it a good answer. She further explained,
It's funny how obviously these trolls like are playing along and Chris Chan really takes like any of like their stuff they type, their nonsense serious. Where can you find the member only Discord? If you look in the Discord and you go all the way down on the bottom left, you should see a YouTube members only section down there. If you look underneath, like all the categories on the bottom left, you'll see YouTube members, Patreon only. So there's a YouTube member only section in there. What's up, Anthony Smith?
That the new channeler for Lanchu attempted to explain his link with Lanchu, but his spiel did not resonate with her. Chris said that the facts that Anaxis wrote to her resonated with her more so, and had
Jacob
allegedly further
Rothschild
verified
passed
it,
away, yeah.
allowing Anaxis to be the one
The Rothschild guys, the people, the real Illuminati of the world.
true trusted channeler of Lanchu. Chris then expanded
What's up,
that he
Sam?
felt Nova,
So
or
I'm
Kyle,
2 episodes
was
behind,
masterminding the
guys. I'm
story
watching
behind the
83 and then
imposter
84
Lanchu,
dropped
highlighting that her
today, I
seeing through
think.
the deception was due to her improving claircognizance, or the psychic ability to know things without clear explanations. Meanwhile, on Twitter, the account Picchu, run by enabler Helena G. Ferenza, who posted art and comics concerning her original character, Picchu, in addition to Christian and other Sonichu-related topics, posted a 4-panel comic, which caught the attention of Christine. She quote-tweeted it, using it as an example to ask why
What
so
am I
many
sipping on?
people
This is a
often brought
Coors
up
Light.
older versions of herself and think that she was still the same person as during the height of trolling more than 10 years.
I came across a lot of beer through a kind of tragic means. My neighbor, keep your thoughts out and your positive vibes, your prayers, whatever you believe in. My neighbor, this gentleman, he's an older retired military guy. He's going through some health issues and he's no longer allowed to have beer. So he had a fuckload of beer. He came over, gave me the fuckload of beer, and I was like, thank you. Appreciate it. I hope you feel better and get well soon. So, yeah, my neighbor, he's going through some tough times right now, and he had to give up his beer. So, hashtag Nuggy Nation. Secret Society and based Mr. Burns on him. So yeah, I got some beer.
Prior, Chris claimed that it was not her
You
anymore,
want some free
and
beer?
that she had woke, matured further, and knew a lot of things better. She explained, I, Christian Sonichu, am more insightful. I actually can tell the differences and not be deceived so easily. I am more experienced than I was back then. I have literally traversed dimensions, timelines, and universes
what?
to get my priority.
Like, what if I know I'm pausing a lot, but it's because I don't want to talk over the documentary and I want to kind of like engage with you guys and stuff. Like, what if by some weird fucking like 1 in a million chance, like the whole concept of like multiverses and like time dimensions and all this crap that Chris Chan is pulling out of his ass, like what if it's like legit? Like, for whatever reason. Technically, you could say that there is actual multiverses out there. Like, there hypothetically is. Like, if you talk to, like, quantum physicists and stuff like that, technically there are real multiverses. Like, you know, like there hypothetically is a multiverse somewhere where, like, I don't know, like where there's all sorts of weird shit, right? Hypothetically. Does that make us the crazy ones? Yeah, Sam, I've been starting to look at that. Yeah, I've been looking at that. It's fucking weird. And it's like, how come I couldn't be like in the universe or the multiverse where I have like 20 big titty girls like sitting behind me right now, just bouncing their boobs on the top of my head and giving me like fucking Diet Cokes and pizza while I watch this, right? Like, how come I have to be in this rabbit hole? How come I have to be in this multiverse? Actually, this is the cool multiverse. We're in the Nuggy Nation. We're here chilling all together, right? Oh, shit. We got... Knucklehead, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Knucklehead86 tipped $5. Thanks. What's up, Eric number 8 BE Nation?
Hashtag ABE Nation, thank you for the $5 donation. Hashtag Knucklehead with the Streamlab dono. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Actually, that $5 comes in fucking handy because my fucking dentist pulled some fucking shit today. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. We'll go back to the channel in a minute. I'm going to go on a little bit of a fucking rant today. All right? I went to the dentist I went to the dentist. Let me move my fucking. Why am I not centered? I went to the dentist today, right? And you know how like with your insurance, your cleanings and stuff like that are free. Well, my dentist now is doing a charge, like a fee for sanitizing. They put a fucking like a fucking sign on the door, like as of February 19th or 16th, we will now be charging $5 for every appointment for everybody due to rising cost due to the COVID pandemic and sanitizing and blah blah blah. So I when I went in, they were like, "Hey, sir, are you aware of like the $5 like sanitation fee?" And I said, "What's up with that?" And they're like, "Oh, well, you know, it's something we're gonna have to implement." And I said, "Why is that?" And they're like, "Oh, because of rising cost, insurance premiums, and the pandemic." And I said, "It's 2024. What the fuck do you mean the pandemic?" And I said, "How long is this gonna last?" And they're like, "Oh, well, going forward." And I'm like, "So you're telling me like a year from now you're still gonna be doing this shit?" So I'm gonna have to find a new dentist. I know it's only $5 per visit, but there's a fucking principle behind that. That's horse shit. That's like, regardless if there was a pandemic or not, they have to have sanitization at a fucking dentist's office or a doctor's office or anything. That's their fucking job. They got to sanitize it regardless. And doctors and dentist offices have been sanitizing things for decades. Now all of a sudden they're claiming they have to have a sanitize fee. Fuck that. All right. Anyways, that was my rant.
And emotions better together. And to ironically quote myself from long ago in
You're
one
hanging
of my
out, that's
upset
cool.
shouting rants, get it through your
Charge
damn
50 and
thick
be a premium
skulls
dentist.
already. Lightning bolt, blue heart, lightning bolt emojis. Even my main self-counterpart, chronicled in my books, has gone through similar maturity and emotional evolutions herself. Okay, please? On March 17th, Chris tweeted that she was reminded that the date commemorated 21 years since he discovered/created Sonichu, celebrating the occasion.
Rising cost inflation. Sure, you could use that excuse, but you give somebody an inch, they're gonna take a fucking mile. It starts with a sanitation fee, which is something that comes with the fucking job. It comes with the fucking job. They should be sanitizing anyway. Like what you're gonna go to a fucking restaurant and you have to pay $5 extra so that they can clean your silverware and your fucking dishes? Like that? No, that's bullshit. You should be sanitizing anyway.
By posting a Twilight Sparkles secret chipfic folder card depicting Sonichu. On the 18th, Christine offered an interdimensional update to the Watchmen, but also practically dismissed WCT's Lanechu, saying that the Lanechu within Anaxis resonated more with her. In response, the WCT seemingly abandoned his Lanechu roleplay, and
I like
instead,
that Dennis
through private
too.
Conversations began roleplaying as if he was from Dimension W2000, a place where Earth's popular culture was predominantly of Asian influence, and where the people tended to be more violent. Kristen allegedly force-projected to W2000, where 2 of its occupants had constructed dimension barrier-breaking swords. She sorted out the issue before returning to the chat. WCT also elaborated that a 60-foot-tall bronze statue of Christian from the year 2009 stood in W2000.
I still want the Chris Chan shirt like that, by the way. I still want one. I need to get one.
Version of Quickville. When discussion of a new dimension
And I need a
spread to the
Sonichu
place,
medallion.
The WCT explained to the Watchmen his efforts of manipulation, which also apparently included concepts of the EGS, or Ember's Ghost Squad, a troupe of characters conceived by deceased mass shooter Andrew Blaze, about which the WCT had made an extensive YouTube documentary series, and who had allegedly briefly taken possession of Christine's body. The Watchmen largely did not object to WCT's actions, though one member questioned whether his tales would have any adverse effects on Chris's grip on reality. The WCT wrote that since Chris's mental state
So much
was
walls
far
of
gone,
text.
one might as well have fun with it. Others tentatively agreed that even though his actions were not the best, they did, for the time being,
Yeah, I've seen the medallions. Are they Chris Chan approved?
turn her focus back to the Watchmen.
I want like a Chris
On
Chan
March 20th,
like
Christine
approved.
wrote on Twitter that she was working on a new short comic called Workaholics Anonymous, inspired by the YouTube series of the same name created by notable My Little Pony focused creators like Dr. Wolf. The opening page features Chris Chan Sonichu performing a stand-up comedy routine in which she admits she is a
He has his
workaholic.
official store. Well, I
In the
want to buy like an
forthcoming tweets,
official
she
Chris Chan
requested
one.
that the comic panels were to be animated by MLP creators like Dr. Wolf and Lightning Bless, both of which had blocked her on Twitter years before, and offered to submit her own voice acting.
Is there any
recordings
Chan
to them.
sightings lately?
She then posted 2 pages of uncolored panels of Chris Chan Sonichu.
Real quick. Holy crap.
Barayan Kurhiz Stoffer tipped $5. Thanks. Let's get a $5 Streamlab train going. Thanks for the Chan stream.
Thank you, and I know I'm gonna butcher your name when I say this. Brian Christopher has tipped $5. Thank you so much. Can I get a hashtag Brian Christopher? I guess I'm saying it right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That was you, Crimson? Thank you so much. How wild would that be if, like, the legit Chris Chan comes in here, though, and, like, sends a dono one day?
Set, which largely concerns her goddess powers.
Hashtag
and
Crimson
references to
Skidmark or
another
hashtag
MLP
Brian
creator,
Christopher, however you
Jasper
spelt
Pai,
it.
who had also
What's up,
blocked
Khalil?
Chris. She goes on to talk.
Who's Chris Chan? Just jump in and enjoy the fucking ride, man. Just jump in. Just jump in and enjoy the ride. Hashtag chicken sandwich. I'm very sorry, Robert. Didn't mean to disturb you. The new Domino's emoji, guys, by the way. Channel members, you got a new emoji. I got to come up with some other ones, so if you guys have any ideas, feel free to let me know.
About her abilities and faults, and closes by writing that it takes her 15 tedious and tiring minutes to masturbate, questioning whether
What's an 8-bit Eric? 8-bit Eric is a badass motherfucker. What's up, Honest Josh?
this method of
Good
stress
to see you
relief
here.
was worth it, before digressing. In response to her posts, a Twitter user asked Christine if she could truly call herself a workaholic if she didn't have a job. Chris responded, "I do have a job, dipshit. It is literally called being a literal goddess and protecting as many of your sorry hides from the casualties of the dimension merge. In progress. You are welcome, even though you're not as in-depth as I, and a bunch of us are." During this time, Christine and Anaxis were in discussion to arrange.
Oh my god. Look at that. I'm so not prepared, ladies and gentlemen, when we get to the fucking real dark stuff. I'm so not prepared. I mean, we've all been waiting for it. Like, the whole time we've been watching all these parts this last year or so. We've been waiting for it. Look at that poor old woman, dude. That is a clickbait pick. You're not wrong. I mean, look at that poor woman. I'm not ready for it. That definitely looks like they're about to fuck, though. Does it? Like, I'm not trying to make laugh at the situation, but it literally looks like as soon as he turns the camera off, they're about to fuck.
A YouTube livestream that would feature her mother, Barbara, answering curated questions submitted by Chris Chan fans. Chris continually told him that the livestream would be done soon at an undetermined date, but the stream never took place, and hers and Anaxis' conversation slowly disintegrated down to a largely one-sided string of messages from Anaxis asking her for an update. Also in the later half of March, members of the Watchmen schemed inviting lolcow Alexander Yahans,
Look at that
also
soy
known
boy.
as Farshnika, into the server, with the aim of, according to Maker Nightv, having two tards playing pretend in a controlled environment.
There's a lot of very, very mentally unwell people on the internet who are
No
still
spoilers, Phobos.
stalking
Just
me.
let me enjoy it. Let me write it
During
out.
these private discussions,
kinda know, like,
Christine
most of
went
the
to
stuff, but
place
just let me
to
write
ask
it
for their
out.
help in a supposed
write it
murder
out.
investigation of a 14-year-old girl who was murdered on the beach that Chris was encouraged to examine by Magichan. The Watchman asked her relevant questions, and at the end, Chris concluded that she needed to gather further details to prevent a future murder of someone she knew personally. Maker suggested that Christine could seek the enlightened guidance
I
of
got
the
a question.
Farshnika, though
Does Chris Chan have like an active Discord server? Like an active Discord?
she was not greatly invested in hearing from him, suggesting Maker contact him herself, and the planned interaction between the two lolcows never took place. On March 25th, Chris believed that the likely future murder victim was located either in
You hope not.
California or Virginia.
I'm surprised he was
with
allowed
the
to go back
possibility
out
that it
into
would
like
be
the
her
wild.
former friend, Megan Schroeder. She instructed the Watchmen
Why do I
to
want to go down
provide
that
her with
dark
some
rabbit
extra
hole? Why the
defense.
fuck not?
She had also told Joshua Moon, or Null, to have Megan's defenses increased. The Watchman in response tried to dissuade her train of thinking by assuring her Megan was well protected already and did not need to be informed of her possible future murder taking place. Privately, the WCT shared with the Watchman that he was inspired by the Idea Guy manipulations.
Oh, a
and
Discord
plans
server
to
would be
expand
fucking
on the lore
wild.
of Dimension W2000 by telling
We're
Chris
in this
that
far,
her
we could
counterpart
always go
there was
further.
still in his classic form. WCT considered merging it with Dimension SD49, where their version of Lanechu resided. Nova, or Kyle, questioned that idea as it was messy and difficult to maintain plot consistency. WCT further wrote that W2000 was a test to see
Yeah, I keep hearing about Cobra. Like, I don't know anything about the Cobra stuff. I'll have to Google that later if I can remember. The Cobra verse or whatever the hell that's called. I'll have to go and Google that later.
how Christine would handle the introduction of Islamic concepts into her worlds, which she apparently liked, because according to him, she liked, quote-unquote, shit. Shitty shit shit. Shit. Ultimately, Nova told him not to go through with it, as Christine only had her
Yeah,
lore
I don't
to
know what the
hold
Cobra
onto.
verse is yet. I'm sure
On
enough I'll
March
learn.
28th, in response to a Twitter user asking Helena Fiorenza to depict her character Pikachu
This
having
beer was
sex with
delicious.
Christian Sonichu, Helena, through her Pikachu account, wrote that Chris had friend-zoned her. Christine replied that they could be friends with benefits if she so wished. Helena, in response, drew Pikachu strongly recoiling from Christian's advances, rejecting her proposal.
By the way, thank you to all
Also
the
on
people
that day-
watching. Make sure you hit that smash that like. Let's get them likes up. Let's see if we get to 50. Appreciate you guys. If this is your first time tuning in, subscribe as well. We're almost at 84.9K subscribers. I'm about to hit 85,000 subscribers for like the 5th time. I'm pretty excited. 2 years ago, I had 85,000 subscribers, and I lost about 2,000, and I'm almost back after a 2-year climb back up. So I'm pretty excited. I'm really happy, and I feel grateful for all of you guys and the support. For everybody, especially this past week, everybody that's joined with the whole, I know it was drama, but the Review Tech JKB drama. Definitely excited and helpful that you guys jumped on. So hopefully you guys enjoy the content and you hang out and watch the videos and stick around and engage. And, you know, I hope I hope I can keep you guys around. I'm beyond humble on all this. Like I was nervous actually because I haven't streamed since Thursday. So coming on for the first time since I got the subs this last weekend, I was super nervous. Like I felt like fuck, I got all these new people and I'm not good enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like almost like an imposter syndrome type of thing. Like I'm like, oh, I got all these new people and I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to impress them and keep them around. And every time I upload or go live, I'm afraid of like losing like 20 subscribers or anything, like, you know, like all of a sudden 20, 30 people drop off. So I get super super worried when I get like an influx of people. So let's go on.
Day, while driving the family's Dodge Caravan, Christine backed into a truck trailer, denting the van's back door and breaking
I've
the
backed
window.
into stuff that
She quickly
sucks.
replaced the window with duct tape and plastic covering. Chris and Barbara learned it would take them
What's
a
up,
few
Vinny to
weeks
the
to have
K?
her door repaired, hoping against hope, according to messages sent to Maker, that she would get at least $20,000 to buy a new car. On March 30th, Barbara was served with a lawsuit
I appreciate
by
that.
LVNV
The
Funding
Game
for
Changers was
unpaid
pretty
debt,
fun.
with a court date
The
set for May
old stuff was
19th.
great.
In the last hours of March 31st, in anticipation for April Fool's Day, Christian, a comprehensive history
that's
creator,
funny.
Gino Samuel, changed the titles of all the videos thus far to Donald Trump, a comprehensive history. Likewise, all the YouTube video thumbnails were altered to reflect a supposed long-form documentary on US President Donald Trump. Christian messaged Gino over Twitter direct messaging to ask
Yeah,
whether
Vinny, there was a whole bunch of drama between them this last week, and I made a video about the situation, and it's calmed down since then. They made up and stuff like that, so definitely got wild.
change was a joke in relation to April Fools. She revealed that she was feeling genuinely and fully rather horrified and most
Felony's
offended by the
nuts,
change.
yeah.
The
That's an oldie
modifications
but
were
goodie.
reverted with the coming of April 2nd. On April 3rd, a Christian follower from their car took 3 photos of a sullen Christine driving her damaged van.
He looks depressed
On
as
the
fuck.
5th, Chris privately messaged Maker Nightfee to write that she had a dream featuring the adult version of Christopher Thorndike, the main human protagonist
Vinny.
of anime series Sonic X, to whom she felt very sexually attracted, as he was almost as handsome as Magi-chan and almost had sex with him. After waking, while she played the Nintendo Switch game Tetris 99, Chris fantasized about having sex with Chris, as if she envisioned an alternate universe in which Thorndike could choose to have Christine either in human form or as a Sonichu.
Man, reading
She
fucking
closed by telling Maker that her
sexting
body
from
was
Chris
very
is so weird.
sex-starved.
Makes my penis feel like it
On
sinks
April
inside.
6th, Chris posted on Instagram a close-up drawing of Magi-chan and accompanied it with some reflective musings. When I look into the eyes of a original or fictional character, I do not see fiction at all. I see a full living being and individual. I see a friend or lover in few cases. I see a soul amongst coexisting others in our neighboring universe, or as some call there, which is Universe C-197, the 5th dimension, as opposed to here, Universe 1218, being the 3rd dimension. On April 10th, Christine wrote a reply to a tweet from YouTuber and artist Project S&T, or Courtney, who posted about her birthday with a photo of herself. Chris commented that she noticed her pink aura as well as some blue for calm maintenance and grounding. On April 12th, Null advertised his upcoming run of Kiwi Farms branded silver coins for sale, noting it could take 3 months for all the orders to be completed. He also revealed the finalized design of the coins, which featured an illustration of
That's
Christine in her
great. I want one of those
profile wearing a
coins.
tiara, her Sonichu catchphrase, "Zap to the extreme," and the inclusion of the puzzle piece, a symbol of autism. He noted that Chris was not particularly pleased with her depiction. Null wrote on the forums that Chris would be compensated with several of the aforementioned coins, in addition to recompense by some other means, suggesting he would pay for future car repairs. From April 12th,
What's odd about Chris is that they're oblivious to what they're doing, but also aware at the same time. Started to wrap up my head around. Yeah, it's weird. I think it's not that they don't know what they're doing. I think they just aren't aware of like how real life is. They didn't get the proper diagnosis when they were a kid from that. What fucked everything up was that counselor, whoever was the one that did the first test on him, and they said that they didn't fucking find anything wrong. That was where, like, they could have treated him decades ago.
Christine began performing readings from tarot cards in an effort to see into the future of several people. She read for and wrote reports for Knot and WCT, based on the drawings of 6 tarot cards each during her reading sessions. Bismuth, or
What's up,
Knot,
Jays, Mean
was told
Ropes?
he would become a leader who would speak up on certain topics, but had to stop drinking coffee to activate his inner powers. The WCT was told he would have to rest in anticipation of upcoming events and challenges, and was declared a messenger who had the power to bring harmony and balance between peoples.
Damn, that fucking beer I had was fucking delicious. It was nice and cold. It's hot in here because my AC's on the fritz. It was nice and fucking cold. I don't have any more.
Of all genders.
That is cold. Like
After
all the
being
beer I have
shown
is
his
hot.
supposed
I made a
future,
rookie mistake.
The WCT continued to chat with Chris, wherein they discussed the powers he could potentially attain.
I only
she
made
revealed that she
I only
had also
cooled
done
2 of
readings
them.
for Nova, Maker, and her mother Barbara. Chris predicted that her mother would
It was just
become a
Coors
teacher
Light. I
who
got
would
it
share
free.
her knowledge from the universe and cosmos with everyone. When asked if her future partner in Dimension 1218
Nah,
had
I
been
gotta chill
prophesized,
anyway for the
Christine
night.
wrote
I could
that
probably
she had
get more
seen 3
tomorrow.
possible individuals to choose from, but would keep their identities a secret until after one was chosen. WCT asked Chris to elaborate on
Oh,
how
you know what?
Barbara
No, I
was
think I have
feeling,
one
to
more.
which
I'll
Chris
get one
replied
after this.
that she mostly kept to herself in bed, but still got up sometimes with her mental abilities.
By the way, guys, real quick, there's my Discord server. Elite Pierce was asking earlier about the server. Botrix just posted my Discord. If you guys want to go in there and join, I'm going to try to make an effort to hang out in there a little bit more often. It's kind of like died the last couple years, but I'm going to try to get on there and try to keep it busy and kind of like hang out in there a little bit more so everybody could kind of foster a community and stuff. So there's the Discord link. If you're a channel member, there's a super secret channel member section. And then if you're a Patreon, there's a super secret Patreon section in there as well. So feel free to join the Discord.
Improving well. On April 15th, Chris wrote complaints to various Twitter users who wrote tweets praising the upcoming MLP series and movie, demanding that Hasbro renew Friendship is Magic for another 5 seasons. Meanwhile, Chris's Etsy store launched meditation stones and pouches of gravel taken from her driveway, allegedly blessed by her, which came with signed certificates of authenticity, selling for around $45. On April 22nd, she shared her Twitter announcement of the rocks again.
Can a mod in the server rank you? What do you mean? I have a level system set up to help fight spam and stuff. So you just gotta come in and participate so you can become a level 10 user. That's there so that people come and actually be a part of like the combo and stuff like that. I should have an 8-bit emoji of myself. I wouldn't even know how to make one, but that's a good idea.
In addition, she used her so-called gate crystal to attract an energy vortex around the temple or her house. She encouraged people to have an open mind and
that's
buy
cool,
her
Terrence.
magic
I still
want to
go to Universal
which purportedly
Studios.
Contained a bit of her powers and energy towards enlightenment. At around that time, an anonymous poster on 4chan wrote a supposed update on the upcoming animated show Smiling Friends, produced by Adult Swim and
Look at
created
that drawing,
by Zach
I like
Hadel
that.
and Michael Cusack. The post concerned Zach's apparent inclusion of Christine Weston Chandler in the show as a voice actress, playing a character bearing a striking resemblance to her.
Yeah.
However, Chris's parts had
I think
apparently
this is where
been
they cut 'em
removed
out
after
because
the showrunners
people-
found out about her reputation. When asked over Twitter about the update, Zach denied the story and art were real, claiming it was fan art done in his style. On April 24th, Chris found on the website famousbirthdays.com an article about herself, accompanied by her birthday and a brief biography. She noted on Twitter that the site did not include a photograph, so she posted a new selfie,
Look
which
at that
the site should
beautiful
use.
photo.
Also on that day, Chris wrote in length in the place about finding one's spirit animal, or an animal which protects an individual and may embody their personality.
Oh, it's a wild
before
story,
discussing
Kilo.
numerology, or belief that numbers in one's life can hold aspects of future predictions or self-discovery, showing the Watchman that she was reading a book on numerology written by Hans Dekos and Tom Monty. On April 26th, Christine wrote on Instagram that she had received her stimulus payment from the government meant to alleviate financial strain caused by the COVID-19
This is part
pandemic,
83,
which amounted to
caffeinated
$1,400.
Satan.
She revealed that she had used some of it to purchase a 3-month subscription to the Crystal Council, a subscription service that sent its patrons crystals and rocks, which amounted to $165. She displayed her 2 buffalo figurines, which she had thus far received from them. On April 28th, Christine received her first dose of the Pfizer-produced COVID-19 vaccine, while her mother received her second and final dose. On the final day of April, Chris invited members of the place to join spiritualist and Patreon creator Molly the Medium in a paid so-called virtual healing circle, which Chris would be attending as well. WCT
So we're in
thanks Chris
April
for the invitation,
2021.
but Nova called Molly's practice of having her followers pay for supposed spiritual healing ethically bankrupt. On May 4th, Chris challenged her followers to upload a photo of themselves in which they looked like both a romanceable video game
You're totally
non-playable
confused with this whole
character
story?
and
Just-
as a video game final boss. She posted
That means it's working. Knucklehead. We should all be confused. Zoki Den says they died.
her own contribution to the challenge in the form of a new drawing of Christian Sonichu wearing blue undergarments and a blue negligee
What the fuck
while
kind of
posing
drawing is that?
seductively as she is coming out on a stage, noting to Christorians that this image would be included in a Google search of the term Christian sexy.
Shit.
This caught the attention of a certain Twitter user who retweeted the tweet with the message, "What?" Christine responded with an animated gif of model Kate Upton in a seductive pose, and the reply, "Yes, what? What comes to your fun little saucy mind at this juncture, little lamb of the trollish?"
Little lamb of the
Her new
trollish. I like
drawing
that.
also inspired one of her followers to post their own recreation of the picture, hoping that there would be more to come from Christine. Chris replied
Sexy
that
Sonic.
the artist did good work, despite the lack of quills on her back. She also expanded
Chan
on her
always has to fucking backhand compliment like any fucking fan art. Like he can never just be like, "Oh, this is great, thank you." Like he always has to complain about lack of quills and that the colors being inaccurate and that the fucking arms aren't blue and fucking all this bullshit.
her positive body developments. "I have been working with my body in better self-love. We've removed all the negativity and toxic vibes from the past relationships and such with the fakers and haters. And our rebonding work also included sex exploration, so been feeling my improved oats, so to speak. I definitely would have figured out and found myself a lot sooner
Zap
had I not
to the
been abused
extreme.
with a number of cock and asshole images shoved
Cock and asshole
into my
images.
screen, my late websites, and shit from said haters
up, Alex
and
Roberts?
fakers. Do not push on anyone who is still in their own soul-searching and self-evaluation developments. It is not only most uncouth, but degrading, like spanking a baby after it was just being born. But again, I've recovered myself and included my present mentalities and improvements in that to set my boundaries. The few of you all had your respective chances, but taking advantage of my kindness, good nature, and naive mentality at the times, did all of you, nor I. Any positive flavors
He just
at
goes
all.
on and
I
on
am a
and on
literal
on Twitter,
goddess,
right?
and I shall no longer be privy or prone to such shenanigans against my own will and intentions again. I know my self-worth throughout not only here, but throughout the multiverse as well. That is all for now. Lightning bolt, blue heart, lightning bolt emojis. On May 9th, Chris posted on Facebook a lengthy message for Mother's Day, detailing that everyone's mother or motherly figure went through a life before one's birth, and celebrated Barbara with
This is
4 photos of her
2021.
throughout her life, including a new selfie featuring herself and Christine. On May 17th, Chris received her second and final dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, posting a photo of herself with her vaccination card as proof. The next day, in response to a new promotional image featuring the main characters of the upcoming My Little Pony series, she wrote angrily and falsely that the Generation 5 series was cancelled and that
Do I
people
think
should
Chan
stop
ever
talking
thought, you
about
know
it.
what, maybe I shouldn't post this? No, that's the problem, is that he never took the time to think, you know what, maybe I shouldn't post this. That's where the dilemma's
On
at.
the 19th, Barbara's debt repayment case was given a continuance until July 14th. Also on that day, one Don Lacham, a follower of Christery, self-published the book Warhol, Christian, The Lifespan of American Pop Culture
great,
or the
a pickle.
Suppression of Reality, a 600-page study examining the parallels and divergences between Christian and 20th century artist and producer Andy Warhol. The book's front
This
cover
one is
was a
not the
parody
latest
of the
one,
album
Alexander.
cover
This
for the
is,
Velvet Underground and
83. I
Nico's
still have one
self-titled
after this.
debut album, which was an illustration of a banana made by Warhol. The book supplanted the banana with a pickle. Furthermore, the top of the album cover's banana was labeled Peel Slowly and See, as the original album was released with a removable banana sticker that would reveal a peeled banana underneath it. The book's pickle was labeled Mount and Do Me, alluding to the video Chris had made to his hypothetical sweetheart, Jackie, in which he displays his skills in cunnilingus. The next day, Chris wrote a lengthy Facebook post, opening with the revelation that she had just retouched her Sonichu medallion with some new paint and epoxy covering, showing her audience a picture of what it currently looked like. She further wrote that she got the vaccine not only as a precaution, but also a formality, in contrast to her previous claims that the pandemic would be resolved through good hygiene maintenance, and that her supposed goddess body was immortal, and so did not require to be vaccinated. She elaborated in length on the importance of becoming spiritually aware in preparation for the oncoming dimensional merge. On May 21st, Christine used the Twitter voice recording feature to post a recording of herself vocalizing in falsetto
Jesus
for 11
Christ.
seconds.
Listen to this. That's giving me a headache.
On May 24th,
That
Chris
literally
went
gave
to
me a
Twitter
headache.
again to let her following know that she had taken note of the new Warhol Christian book, intrigued by the comparison, but also not pleased by the pickle on the cover. If given the choice, she would have made a collage combining both Warhol's and her own art pieces on the front cover instead. She further
Rad Retro, Red Dragon. Yeah, that's the dilemmas. They didn't get him help. I'm sure he
expanded
is on a
that
lot
she
of
felt that
drugs,
based on the pickle
CDN.
and Mountain Dew Me reference, the book would refer to her more sexual escapades. While she admits to her previous mostly troll-induced sex acts, she reflects that she has matured since then and rathered not the first impression of a study about her be of sex, since Chris was a lot more than the sex and whatnot. She commented that Gino Samuel did a fine job of allocating appropriate photos of her for the thumbnails of his Christian A Comprehensive History YouTube series. She closed by reiterating that she would not want a book about herself to be labeled with sexual imagery. The following day, Christine wrote a long Twitter thread after learning more about Andy Warhol, finding similarities between their personalities and creative efforts. On May 26th, she received her copy of the book and placed it in her self-printed jacket, featuring her own artwork for the book sleeve, starring a mix of photos of Warhol and drawings of herself in comic book form, elaborating on Twitter that this was done to prevent her from getting bored with looking at a pickle. She also revealed that she had written a blurb that was printed out to be inserted into the book, which read in part, "Personally, at first, it appeared as such the comparison between Andy Warhol and I was something random and out of left field. But, on the contrary, as I regaled myself with the history of his life and accomplishments, I have been long aware of his iconic soup can and photographic differing art pieces, but I can appreciate his style being comparable with what I have drawn and written in the past. While,
If you guys
oh
haven't
my
hit that
me,
like
I would
button,
not open
smash
such a
that
factory
like.
as Andy had. He did
Let's
what
get
he
them
did in
likes
order
up,
to
yo.
explore for himself within his own personal limitations at the time. I feel, personality-wise, the like
Yeah, Gino
characteristics
Samuel
and
hasn't hit
qualities
the,
are there between us. But
the hardcore stuff yet.
to take it to heart, I am more extroverted. I like to be touched, and I have beyond spiritually healed myself." Agreed. Had he been more self-aware of that within the deepest of depths in his personal core and soul, he could have done a lot more for himself. As I do state the same about myself once upon a time, back as early as 1998 and before then. But I digress. I personally raise a freshly brewed cup of Rainbow Chakra tea in a loving toast to Andrew Warhola, and I am most
Andrew
humbled to be
Warhola.
compared with such an avant-garde and unique artist and soul as he. Thank you, Andy, for your greatest of contributions to this universe. Finally, she ranted for 20 tweets about past trolls that had tricked her.
20
She wrote
tweets.
in
Jesus
part,
Christ.
"Did any one of them, or you all in that similar light, think to genuinely be good with me for an extended time in order to actually learn and experience me on massive extension? How could everyone who could have, while they had the opportunity, not think to actually continue on with me and offer more content than Lois Lane is with Superman? Not just the thoughts and musings I would privately have and confide, but the entire experience of being with me, feeling my aura of energy, and even supporting me while I supported them the best I could have. But no! All they thought of
But
was, how
no.
could I take advantage of? Chris's heavy heart and overabundance of kindness and love. How can I toy and mess with him, emotionally and mentally more so than the bastard already had?
He gets
And
on these pretty
indeed,
good little
to take it a step further,
Twitter
let's talk
tangents,
about
doesn't
that
he?
sex
Or
or
she.
genuine lack
He, she.
thereof.
I always say
Oh,
he.
I don't want to contract anything with Chris and his overweighted belly and butt. I know. I'll play call girl with him and shit his rocks off by his own hands, embarrassing him in front of his own dad. For the lulz! Catherine Sorrentino had a closer vantage point to get that mark that those before her were afraid to ever venture to. The actual intercourse. Everyone had the opportunity, even Emily and Casey, since they actually met me in person, to yank me along and claim the V card before April 2012.
Claim the V card,
sure, I'll
Jesus.
bang rocks with him from a massive distance from in front of my computer, but I'll never go and play crying game and farther by shoving my cock up his ass. Also, haters,
fuck?
let's get Vivi to hack his website and post gay porn ads all over it. That'll really warp his fragile mind. Everyone had their chance to actually have me, but they didn't.
To
leaving
actually
being
have
remainingly
me.
satisfied with just imagining their penises up
Oh my
ass,
God.
or my penis up their asses and vaginas and coming on their
Penises up my ass or my penis up their asses and vagina. What the
chests and faces. Or even post-2015, having the idea of, I know, I'll...
Alexander the Resurrection, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, question for everyone, where were you on 7/30/21? I don't even remember. I think I might have been at Southeast Game Exchange.
Pay for Christine's gender reassignment, vouch for her donor uterus and ovaries, so she can still conceive, even though she could never lose her sperm sac, or what's left of it. And, oh yes, I'm gonna ram her so hard up her pussy, she'll hardly feel anything
He's
after
horny.
I'm done with her. And even with other women wanting to feel up my vagina and using a double-sided dildo, or whatever they privately please. I can go on...
I mean, I
On
didn't
the
have
one-
the date memorized of what went down, but I found out because it was trending online.
On hand,
Like
I am,
everyone else
however,
did.
most grateful that the majority is genuinely a lot better than that.
I
actually am
I
proud
just
of you
knew because
all
I
for
saw it
not
trending
taking
on
advantage
Twitter.
of me like that at all. It demonstrates that this world is mostly kind-hearted and compassionate and moved on from the stereotypes of yesterdecade. On the other hand,
Yesterdecade.
my body has not had it as easy as I in my interdimensional travels, since I've had to astral project and leave it with its backup systems keeping it in check and safety. My body is sexually over-inexperienced and starved. That, in itself, counter-demonstrates that on this side of the Iron Curtain, not even one genuine, authentic, enlightened individual with a similar aura to mine exists. Magichan, Crizel, Sylvana, and Mewtwo would not have minded a sixth in our polyamorous relationship who was born of here.
He's just going
gonna
off.
Let that sink in for all of you who had considered over the years. I'm finished with this rant.
There's
Thank you
the
for listening.
delayed
I will also state
Super
I have
chats
no
take a
regrets
minute
in
to-
sharing this with all of you. I feel this is
Super
a
chats take a minute to get the alert going on.
Alexander
Major
the
truth.
Resurrection donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Question for everyone. Where were you on July 30th, 21?
Yeah, I think I was out of town or something. I don't remember.
you all need to hear.
Like
I can hear the thoughts of retarded faggot and get a job already
I
amongst all of you.
I don't
in
have the date
response.
memorized. I honestly
But
didn't start following
I also
this
hear the
until
remaining responses that are actually kind and empathetic.
I
with
didn't start following this stuff until like February of last year, like just this last year when whatever it was that he got released
the
is when I started
situation
following
and a bunch
it.
of emotions amongst the majority of the world. Smiling face with smiling eyes. Lightning bolt, blue heart, lightning bolt emojis. On May 27th, Christine explained that even though she was still reading the book and was invested in it, she criticized Lasham for calling her beliefs delusions, as all fictional characters truly
didn't start following this
existed
until
and
Eric did.
coexisted, blaming
Wow,
the
so I
people's
was the one that
inability
got
to
you
see them
into,
on the universe dividing
the
barrier
Chan.
that was created in the 1300s. Also on that day, Chris wrote a review for Warhol Christian on the book's publishing site, Amazon.com, writing that it was an illustrious honor to be compared with another great and unique artist, such as Warhol, leaving
It's been
a
wild for
5-star
sure.
review. She then had a private chat with author Don Lacham, during which he disclosed the Warhol-designed album cover that was the inspiration for the pickle illustration, which was originally created by a Reddit user who gave permission for it to be used on the cover. This led Chris to explore the Velvet Underground and Nico album, with Don.
Dude, I didn't go to that too
singling
many
out the
games
track
either. I wish
"I'll
I
Be Your
did.
Mirror" as a
Even though I
particularly
didn't know who
notable
Chris
song
Chan
which
was at the
resonated
time.
with her, and
It would have been a
inspired her to
moment,
perform
right?
for a YouTube video uploaded that day.
Heal and love
You known about him
yourself.
since 2011?
Forgive our mutual faults. Heal and
I
love
first heard
yourself.
about Chris Chan like 2018, but I didn't start following until this year.
Your flaws. I'll be your mirror, reflect what you are. In case you don't know, I'll be the wind, the rain, and the
Voice of an angel.
sunset, the light on your door to show that you're home. Please put your hands down, 'cause I see you. I've got it, mind, body, and soul. Don't follow the past, follow the present. I'll be your mirror. I'll be your mirror.
I'll be your mirror.
I'll be your mirror.
Voice of an angel.
On June 1st, Christine announced that her and Prater would be selling her so-called meditation stones on Etsy at a reduced price of $20, with the chance of one person also receiving a signed copy of the book Warhol Chris Chan. Later that day, upon reading further into the book, she went back to Twitter to write as her child
It's like if
self,
Fergie and
Christopher.
Jesus had a
He
baby.
stated that he
You are
first
not
started talking
wrong.
at only a few weeks old. He recalled the time his babysitter got upset with him and locked him in his room, leaving him with no one to talk to.
That
apart from his
babysitter
toys.
situation really
Then
fucked him up
Magi-chan
too,
Sonichu
right?
came to visit him to tell him stories. Christopher went on to dream of a large city and his baby daughter in his arms. He reflected that he spent a lot of his time watching television shows for kids and playing with his toys. He recalled playing with Sarah Hammer and going to James Madison University for speech therapy classes with Joshua Martinez. Christopher quickly ran through various video games he played and toys he owned, before revealing that he, his mother, and Magi-chan attended the wedding reception of one of his teachers. He then reflected on the work-related accomplishments of his father, Bob, and his mother, Barbara. He then singled out certain teachers allegedly responsible for pinning him down to the ground in school, supposedly because of his autism. It made him sad
Man.
because he was apparently thusly forced out of school.
He should
and
write an
forced to be
autobiography, to
homeschooled
be
for
honest.
fifth
He
grade.
practically did
He
right there.
reflected that the move to Richmond to continue his studies turned out for the better because he soon after won the Sonic the Hedgehog Watch and Win sweepstakes and had a good day buying games and Zords. Christopher closed
When am I
by
inviting
stating
him
he
for
was feeling
a
drained and
Chris
would so return
Chan
Christine
for an
control
8-bit
of her
Eric interview
body.
sponsored by
When she
Cum?
returned, Chris allowed
I don't know, man. I DM'd Chris Chan like 9 months ago and they never even read it.
elaborated that while reading Chapter 5 of the book, she felt she had to check in with her inner child to address any issues of the past that remained unresolved. She discovered that her mother Barbara was a prolific hoarder, especially of cloth and clothing, for she was an efficient seamstress who could make dresses for herself since a young age. Chris claimed that they had cleared out 75% of the hoard, with the supposed help of her friend Anna McLaren, who played a part in convincing and supporting Barbara in cleaning out her belongings. Chris then begged for Null to quote-unquote resend his threats against Anna, which he sent after she refused to help Christine while she was being extorted and manipulated by the Idea guys. Chris claimed Anna would never bad-talk Null or prevent her from talking with him. Chris closed by stating her intention to read that section of the book to Barbara to help make her realize what positive changes could be done in order to clean up more space in the house. In her seemingly ever uncertain life, Christine reflected on her past and present in an effort to find her future,
All right.
utilizing any and all spiritual and New Age
Super
means she could
artistic
find.
endings, right?
While believing herself a guide and the source of wisdom, she was but a blind follower, accepting any outcome given, allowing her thoughts be altered by players working from the very same playbook that others used so many years before.
What's up, Craig? Nice. So we're coming up to the next part, ladies and gentlemen, part 84, which I think dropped today. think part 84 dropped today, so let me see if it's linked down below. 2 days ago.
Just to each of
Oh,
her
hold
four
on.
spouses.
Why has it already started? I didn't fucking watch it yet. So what'd you guys think so far? The plot's thickening. We're at 30 likes, guys. I know we've had more than 30 people. 38. I know we've had more than 38 people in here. If you haven't hit that like button yet, give it a little like. Give it a little tap, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe if you're brand new as well. We're chilling. We're chilling like villains, right? If this is your first time. I do the Chan once in a while when episodes come out. I was behind by 2. I know I got a whole bunch of subscribers this last weekend, so hopefully you guys stick around, enjoy the content and stuff. But yeah, these Chan things are like a little guilty pleasure of mine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's watch the next one. Dominoes again. I love how they're starting to do like the glitches in the intro now.
Fascinated. This is the story of Chris Chan.
Chris Chan. What's up, Natu? Birds. Birds.
On June 3rd, 2021, Christine revealed to her Twitter followers that she had taken up the hobby of reading tarot
make a
cards,
pizza nice.
highlighting that she used the Osho Zen tarot deck and would from then on draw a single card per day, interpreting
Buckle
for
up,
herself the
Buttercup.
meaning of the card based on her own personal situation.
Is Chris active online recently? Yeah, Chris Chan streams like every fucking day. if you go onto Chris Chan's YouTube channel, they live stream like every fucking day. Every day.
And encouraged others to do the same. The card for that
More
day
birds
was
so you can add real
titled
birds to your
Integration.
ramen.
The next day,
I had ramen
her
in a
card read
minute.
Abundance, which she misread as Audience, and alerted to her audience that they would soon witness a show of a lifetime. She would continue drawing daily tarot cards for nearly 2 months. Also on June 4th, a Reddit user and his girlfriend met Chris at the Barnes & Noble bookstore,
that little
apparently
face.
for the second time, and took selfies together. On June 6th, Christine wrote in the Place Discord server that a My Little Pony-themed convention, Everfree Northwest, would be taking place in August 2021 in Washington State, apparently near to where Maker Nightv resided.
You've been
Chris
so out
was
of loop. Yeah,
considering
they've been on
attending
Twitter.
and hinted that Maker could
YouTube.
meet up with her if she did. Also on that day, Christine wrote on Twitter that she was currently reading
What's up, Birdman? First time here. Perfect Disaster coming to Chris Chan. Oh, yeah, for real. Welcome to the Chris Chan
Chapter
stream.
8 of the book Warhol Chris Chan by Dawn Lasham.
Start making your ramen
elaborating
on the
that she had
stove, adding
found the
extra
cure for
ingredients.
much of her autism
Yeah, I think
symptoms
I'm
by
gonna start
means of
doing that too with
meditation,
my ramen at
chakra
home, like my
activations, and
Maruchan,
listening to binaural beats,
the
and
Maruchan
explained
cheap-ass
that she
one.
did not wish for the entire autistic population of the world to be rid of their condition. She then expanded on Valerie Solanas, a radical feminist who had shot Andy Warhol in an attempt to kill him in 1968, and reflected on her own past hatred of men and her matured understanding of
Quit hating
herself
men,
as
Chris.
part of the LGBTQ community. She stated, "I have no shame or regret in going on public record stating the following. I like penis-shaped dildos, and I do
Oh.
not mind a genuine cock.
Oh my
up
God.
butt. I have also enjoyed a
That's a quote. I do not mind a genuine cop. I do not mind a genuine cock up my butt. Somebody clip that.
cock-shaped sucker purchased from a Spencer's. Took me about a week to finish that thing.
When it starts with
I am
cock.
bisexual.
That's when you know it's going to be
As
a
for
good one.
Solanas, I do acknowledge the outdated similarity between her and I, but in the end, I simply do not care for nor agree with her ideals, nor what she did. And, frankly, she didn't know biology and anatomy. I can still get a hard-on and horny, and even if I did lose this
Cock by
cock
chop.
by chop, there's satisfaction in where
Thank
that
you,
tube
Craig.
goes,
Appreciate that.
as well as up the butt. So, Solanas had nothing, and she got her fated end of jail time. But, as an individual with her own point of view and thoughts, I do not judge her for having them or being herself. And that's my 2 bolts and a heart on Victoria Solanas.
2
Lightning
bolts
bolt,
and a heart.
Blue heart. lightning bolt emojis. Now, to end this on a more positive note, and also to note further from hashtag WarholChrisChan, I, indeed, have always been effeminate and whatnot growing up, and I did, indeed, struggle with even attempting to keep up with male constructs. But I am so glad I was able to come out and be my lovely goddess self.
He was more
as I
handsome
could
as a
and should
man,
have.
by the way.
No regrets or shame. Also, why I don't have the op sooner. There is hardly anyone within driving distance who can do the job, as far as my endocrinologist knows.
Chris always does
And
his
then
own
there's the
unique
money.
take. I mean,
At Kickstarter for my thing. But, moreover, I have faith in a physical transformation of my wishes and desires. On June 7th, Christine claimed in a tweet that she did indeed spend time with the console patron units of the anime and game franchise Hyperdimension Neptunia, and that also during a
Pretty
brief period
Idiot
of
just
time
joined the
after death of
Discord,
her
so if any
father,
of you
Bob,
guys want to join the Discord as well, Botrix did post the Discord link earlier, so I'm going to try to start hanging in a little bit more often.
she and her mother Barbara slept in Chris's bedroom, but on separate furniture, with Barbara sleeping on the couch and Christine on the bed, claiming that she and her mother never slept together in the same bed during that time. On June 10th, she posted a poll on Twitter asking her audience to vote for what was the most traumatic event in her life in their opinion, being pinned down to the ground by at least 2 named teachers of Nathaniel Green Elementary School, or the so-called Julie meme, based on the enunciation of
Julie.
the troll Julie's name that Christian shouted out during the video he had
Wizard of
made
the
for
Coast
her,
stopped supporting
wherein he has
Brazilian
sex with
D&D
an
players. Why
inflatable
is that?
sex doll. The public overwhelmingly voted for Julie as the greater harm. She also switched over to her Magichan Sonichu Twitter account to roleplay as her supposed spouse, claiming that he was present and watching as Chris was being pinned down, warning people that they should not vote for a meme, and rather an impactful event that happened during one's formative years. The next day, in retaliation of a tweet regarding the new My Little Pony
I don't know,
movie,
Pretty
Chris
Idiot. I still need to
announced
watch
the
that Gamer
Generation
from
5
Mars
series
documentary.
was cancelled, and they were currently in the middle of airing Season 11 of the Generation 4 iteration. A Twitter user wrote that Chris could not say things as she wanted them to be, even though they were not true. She replied that the Generation 5 content they saw before them was an illusion.
Yeah, this is
On
part
June
84.
15th, Christine left a lengthy comment on a YouTube video made by the WCT, covering the popularity of lolcow and mass shooter Randy Stair, also known as Andrew Blaze. She highlighted that herself and Blaze had interdimensionally communicated on occasion, and that Blaze fulfilled her prophecy in Dimension
That's why
1218.
doesn't want to make board
She
games
also
anymore.
explained that herself, Andrew Blaze, and Andy Warhol were examples of interdimensionally awakened individuals. Also on that day, enabler Helena G. Fiorenza asked Chris if she could help recruit some collaborators for her planned dating simulation game that would focus on Chris. Chris agreed to pass on her offer to the Watchmen.
Good night,
On
Vinny.
the 18th, Edmund Macmillan, creator of the video game Binding of
Yeah,
Isaac,
this is bad.
revealed that Christine had designed a playing card that would be part of a Binding of Isaac-themed card game sold on Macmillan's website. The illustration focused on the titular Isaac, crying on the floor, with an eschew ball within arm's reach. Christine then explained herself that when Macmillan had asked her to illustrate Isaac, she watched several videos about the game made by the Watch Mojo YouTube channel to learn more. She decided to depict Isaac after years of tears dried up under his eyes, who finds a toy eschew ball and finds happiness and peace. The next day, after watching a video of gameplay channel Oni Plays, in which they spontaneously recite a joke regarding Chris-chan,
Why do they call it pepper spray if it's not pepper?
Christine took to Twitter to audio record herself reciting the joke.
Oh man, he made me laugh. They made me laugh. Why would I call it pepper spray if it's not pepper? There you go. You got one, Ivy. I like that joke. Why would I call it pepper spray if it's not pepper?
That cackle.
Also on that day, Chris recorded and posted onto YouTube a new birthday greeting for a certain Devon.
Hello, everybody. This is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again. After, I and all the other deities know how long. Quite a long time. It's been a long time. I'm sorry. I've been
True evil.
really heavy in meditation. I mean, I got a birthday greeting to do today, so happy. I don't know what day it was, if it's coming up or if it's past or if it's today. I'm not sure. But I mean, I got reminded. So, happy birthday, Devin from Lindsay. And well, happy early, happy belated, happy
I want a birthday greeting from
You
Chan.
had one,
You know, Chris
you
Chan
had-
should go
gonna
on
have
Cameo
one,
because
you're-
that's essentially
oh, well,
what Cameo
time
is.
a
You do
illusion
birthday
we can
greetings and
consider it in
stuff.
some aspects and
They probably
whatnot,
make
but
money on
anyway,
Cameo.
So, just a little bonus, a little fun, just for you, Devin.
If they
and a
were on
reference.
Cameo as a guest
I'm
on there,
gonna do
like a
something fun, so
thing, I
let's do
bet you they'd make some money. What's up, Bevo Bird?
Jumping up and down and eating in the mandible way. Fun. Hippie boom ba, hippie boom ba,
Hippie boom ba.
yay! Happy birthday, Devin.
Afterwards, she uploaded a short video on
Cute
Twitter
cat.
of herself playing with her cat, Sylvia. Many viewers noted that the cat seemed to be overweight.
Oh, it's definitely overweight.
Kitty. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. Hello. Hello. Meow, 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 meow. Hi. Hello. Oh, look at you.
Later on, Chris shared a screenshot on Twitter that she took from a YouTube video of a tattoo depicting a so-called furry, or an aficionado of anthropomorphic animals who typically enjoys
Oh, yeah,
living
I've seen
life
some big
while donning an
chonkers.
elaborate costume which helps them to embody their liked creatures'
Furries are so. None of you guys in here are
Christine
furries, are
admitted
y'all?
that she too was a furry, and perceived the tattoo to be a poorly executed example of Chris Chan fan art. Finally, she tweeted that even though she had made orange-flavored Fanta infamous, referencing
This
the
is
2009
before.
leaked video in which
The
Christian
rest
drinks
hasn't
a
happened
solution
yet,
of
guys.
orange
This is
Fanta
all
and
before.
his own semen. She also recommended other flavors of
What's
Fanta,
up, Julie B?
such as those released in Japan, which one could sample via a subscription to the service Tokyo Treat. On June
Those
20th,
Fanta drinks
in
look
reference
good.
to the Binding of Isaac 4 Souls card game, to which she contributed artwork, Christine filmed a short video for Twitter.
Get on the fun of things with The Binding of Isaac!
Binding of Isaac was a
also,
pretty
more
decent game,
importantly,
I think.
The Freedom of Isaac! I'd like to see him smile more often.
When a Twitter user dismissively expressed disgust at the state of her Sonichu medallion,
The
Christine
medallion needs to
replied,
be
hinting
cleaned.
that they were possibly actually looking at her breasts.
Ah,
She then revealed that she had asked her mother what nickname by which she could be called, and claimed that Barbara liked to be referred to as Barb-chan Roastew. On June 21st, upon seeing a photo of two males with long hair kissing with a large plush doll of Pikachu in the background, Chris claimed that it looked like a distant alternate timeline view of herself and Megan Schroeder, in which
What
they
the
became
fuck?
romantically entangled. Also on
What?
that day, Christine told The Watchman that as she was rereading Chapter 5 of Warhol Chris Chan, wherein Lasham discussed the possessions Chris lost in the house fire of 2014, she became overly stressed while driving the family van and so defecated in her panties. Fortunately, her period pad managed to catch much of her excrement. The WCT told her to cherish what possessions she still had, while also reflecting on his own similar experiences. Chris then showed off her 4 wedding rings that she wore to symbolize her supposed marriages to each of her 4 spouses.
those wedding rings
The
look
next
like they're
day,
better.
she
They
continued
barely
to
fit.
reflect on her thoughts from reading Chapter 5 via a 21-tweet thread, during which she discussed whether having money truly equated to success, before moving on to revelations regarding King
recycled.
Arthur, Merlin the Magician, and living deities, concluding with the message that she never needed massive
mean, I've
amounts of
peed in
money
bottles
in her
before.
immortally lifelong job as a goddess.
Like if I'm on a road trip or
Later
something.
on, one of Christine's Twitter enablers wrote pensively that they wished they could do what Chris did and pretend that the people they loved that had passed away were not really dead and were actually a fucking cartoon or something. Christine dismissed the tweet, reiterating that her beliefs were fact. Kristen direct messaged the user upon reading that they were going through a bunch of losses and major shit concerning their family members, with which she empathized and felt. Chris wrote that their personal losses resulted in the enabler's spiritual upgrades and transformation. She further elaborated that the ones the enabler recently lost were removed because they no longer required them. Chris sent positive vibes and love to them through her messages to encourage self-love and self-healing. During this time, Watchman Not, or Bismuth, got banned from Kiwi Farms by Null, the site's administrator, for using alternate accounts. When Not asked WCT if he could use his account, Not was denied access. The WCT's personal information was then leaked on the Kiwi Farms, and the WCT believed that it was Not who had doxed him using a different account. The WCT then privately urged Christine to leave the place, and tried to arrange for a time they could discuss the matter over a Discord voice chat, with Chris stating that she was unavailable for the next couple of days because Barbara planned to sort out and dispose of some more boxes with her help, and Christine herself was in a lengthy period of major upgrades and transformation. On June 23rd, Christine wrote on Twitter in regards to her recent calling of her mother, Barbie-chan, because, according to Chris, Barbara told her that she did not like to be called Barb, as was commonplace within the Christorical community. Only Chris was entrusted to call her Barbie-chan, while she asked everyone else to refer to her as Barbara, not Barb. Later on, Chris-chan follower, the Sergeant-at-Arms, posted his pixel art illustration of Chris-chan across 4 stages of their life, with Christine criticizing her middle adulthood depiction's face having a too-aged look.
He's
Also,
always backhanding
the tarot card drawn
complimenting
for
art.
that day was schizophrenia, which Chris perceived as her followers needing to follow their heart and instinct because they felt conflicted. Possibly feeling conflicted in finding a positive outlook from the card for herself, she drew another card labeled "We Are the World" to show that she stood by her conflicted followers. On June 24th, in a rare occurrence, Christine drew the schizophrenia card again, perceiving that her audience was still feeling conflicted, or that they were experiencing multiple issues. Later on, she tweeted about
What's
her
up,
opinions
VJC?
on
How you doing,
conventions
man?
that she had attended, praising BronyCon, and having positive opinions of the upcoming BabsCon. She posted a photo of a handwritten page summarizing her thoughts, highlighting that her being asked
you made it when
to
somebody
lead the
created
Too
8-bit
Many
sprites
Games
of you.
convention in
I mean, that's a
2018
good-
was part of a trollish setup and trap. She
a good,
closed by revealing that
milestone,
unbeknownst
right?
to the general public, she had attended several local stamp and rock conventions, during which she felt neutral vibes. On June 25th, Chris and the WCT had a voice chat concerning drama in the Place Discord server.
Yeah, tell me, what's been going on with you? Like, with all the,
Potato. Oh, what's up, Electric
yeah,
Jar?
just tell me.
Potato from the Discord. Nice.
Well, everything continuing on with the Dimension Merge and all the other events related to, and so on and so forth, and further upgrade my body and my energy and all that. It's still a major process, and it's like my auras and my consciousness has literally been able to expand to the size of our total complete universe, and that's counting both halves, between 1218 and C197.
So can you explain to me
Hey, you go
about,
get a
like,
job for real.
Barbie-chan?
Oh, what? It's just
Chris
Barbara,
Chan made a kid cry at Wendy's one time, remember?
Oh, okay, so Barbie-chan is Barbara. Yeah, how's your mother doing?
Yeah, she's doing okay. We're doing pretty good. She actually felt like doing some work today. We had a bunch of boxes and stuff stored behind the bar, and we cleared out a bunch of the non-picturesque boxes.
So random
and
how
trash.
much,
We
like,
cleared them out.
Discord
I cleared
calls they
up a
got
few
saved.
trash bags, and she had the energy to do it, so that was good.
The WCT then asked from Christine her history with the other members of the Watchmen, before reaching the conclusion that Not, Kyle, and Maker had ill intentions and negative traits that she felt were undesirable. WCT also disclosed that Not was allegedly a minor member of the Miscreants' inner circle of trolls, and could allegedly be heard in a mumble call with Christian from February 2009. He then showed Chris all the evidence he had collected, which apparently proved
Right there,
it
guys.
was Not who
Botrix
had
just
doxed him,
posted
in
the
addition to chat screen
link to the Discord. If you guys want to hop in the Discord, we're gonna start trying to become a little bit more active in there. So don't be shy. Join the Discord. Come in and say hi and chat it up.
And Kyle and Maker's complacency.
Right.
So, here we go.
I don't care, dude. Make a post about it on Kiwi Farms, or join up with the lolcow.org people and add to my thread. I don't give a fuck.
I just want to know the truth. Like, what were you
I didn't
doing?
dox you, faggot.
What were you doing between...
If you keep pissing me off, I'm going to dox you.
Dude, I already have been.
No, I'm talking big boy doxing.
Big boy
Wow.
doxing.
Just fucking wow.
Yeah, gee whiz. I mean, he could do a lot worse than Big Boy
Gee
doxing, but yeah,
whiz.
that was definitely a level up comparison.
Chris.
Okay, I am feeling a bit of rising anger within me right now, just from hearing that and realizing that. I'm obviously trying to keep myself under control right now, but it's like my aura is between orange and red.
Now, Chris, if you want anything that, if there's anything I can really tell what to do right now, here's what I'm thinking you should do.
I'm listening.
I want you to quietly get out of the place, and I'll give you a new Discord server to let you go into where you can express yourself. In fact, because here's the thing, the Watchmen are on the brink of collapsing.
They always go so like hardcore with the trolling, man.
Like, they don't want you to know because they sort of want to keep this long train like ongoing. And the thing is, Chris, this is my philosophy regarding you, all right? Even though I may disagree with the things you may do, you are your own person. You are a full-grown adult. And you should never, ever let anybody dictate your activities.
Right on.
Don't let Megan, don't let Nova, don't let Bismuth, dictate anything that you do. Don't listen to them. You're better than that, right?
Yes.
You hear a lot of the trolls that Christian got because they're
definitely
a lot of them
like,
would just fuck with him just to do it. Somebody one time in here was all like, "Oh, they're teaching him a lesson." It's like
kind of rather expected
it's a
because I
little rough.
foresaw events like this, and I had a deja vu moment just a minute ago, literally while you were talking. I see the signs. Everything's continuing on as foreseen, planned, destined, and everything. So
you foresaw this happening.
Yeah, but it's been saved in my backup
People
save
can
files.
definitely be sick.
It was not in my conscious.
Chris, by any means, does this remind you of anything that has happened to you in the past, like on the internet?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you could say I was doxxed a number of times before, but that was like tame compared to all this, because obviously everything about me was already on the internet. I mean, hell, you remember when Mr. C was like, "Hey, we live in I go to Burger King every morning about 9 a.m. So if you want to talk to us, come on down. We'll be happy to talk with you over a cup of coffee."
All right, Chris, I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a good night.
What if he still goes to Burger King?
Continue strong, my fierce lion messenger.
What's up, Vork? How you doing?
Thank you.
You rock so much, and I give you lots of love.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'll let you go. You be safe.
You too. Have a good night, Chris.
You too. And we'll talk again soon enough.
I hope.
In the aftermath of the call, the WCT invited Christine, Anaxis, and a number of other former Watchmen and friends to a new Discord server called
A
the
girl
Knights
who
of
allegedly
Click, which
boiled a
functions
hamster.
much
Yeah,
in the
that's
same way
fucking
as the
rough.
place, but with the intention of excluding toxic and manipulative individuals such as Not, Maker, and Kyle. Christine then discussed Not with Null, who he recognized as a certain quote-unquote mentally ill anime person who he recently had to ban from Kiwi Farms. Chris agreed and stated her distrust of also Kyle and Maker and her intention
What's
to
up,
quietly
Melinda?
leave
How have
the
you been?
place.
I appreciate
Null
that.
warned her against joining
Thank you for
Discord
coming in and
servers,
saying hi.
as they were usually bringers
Stick
of
around if
drama.
you can.
Null then offered to help her find some kind of outlet for talking to her fans. Possibly at around this time, Christine also told Null of her intentions of attending the Ever-Free Northwest Convention in Washington State, which she would travel to by car. Null was against this idea and offered to financially help her get there by plane instead. On June 26th, Null posted on the forums about Chris's plan to attend. Since she had already purchased a pass for the event and booked a hotel room, he asked forum members for what means of fundraising could be created to help her pay for her flight itinerary. He pondered whether a GoFundMe campaign through which Chris would fulfill paid commissions to pay for her trip
see
would be
members
feasible,
only on
with many
YouTube?
forum members replying with
Patreon?
disdain and ridicule. Also on that day, Christine
What are you
posted
talking
her
about,
last message
Tommy?
in the place, writing that the dimension merge was progressing well and that more toxic individuals within her view range became identified. She told the Watchmen that they should get ready for a
Say
battle
burger
within
and fries.
the ranks,
Burger and fries
and
are
encouraged
fucking
all
awesome.
to embrace honesty and enlightenment. She then left the server, along with Caden of Praetor.
On Discord, you'll see it right
Perhaps
there
understanding
underneath
that
where it
the
says Patreon
WCT
members. There's a
had
YouTube
hand
member
at Chris's
section.
leaving, WCT was promptly ousted from the place.
I'm looking at it right now. It says YouTube members.
At around this time, Chris purchased the book The Ultimate Guide to
Slayer
Sex and
Surprise
Disability,
Raccoon.
which encouraged people with disabilities to become more open about
So much history
expressing
you
their
missed.
sexual
There needs to
desires,
be slightly
exploring
shorter summary.
fetishes, and not being
Oh
tied
yeah,
down
I
to
mean it's
notions
definitely
of
gonna take a lot of
normal or
days because there's
abnormal
84
attraction.
parts.
Christine later claimed that on June 27th, she had sex with her mother Barbara for the
Oh,
first
shit.
time. It is currently unknown how
Here we go.
and not being tied down to notions of normal or abnormal attraction. Christine later claimed that on June 27th, she had sex with her mother Barbara for the first time. It is
June 27th, they claim they've had sex with the mother for the first time. Now we're getting into the wild shit. With the shop, does it ship to Australia? I would assume so since it's online. You would have to check with Teespring. I don't personally ship. I would assume that it does since it's on the internet.
currently unknown how consensual
If you want
the
to take a look
incestuous
at
act
it,
was,
see
as
if
on
it will
some
let you ship.
occasions, Chris stated that her mother was initially confused and rejected her advances, while on others, she implied her mother encouraged the intercourse. Possibly literally interpreting a passage in the Guide to Sex book concerning the need for careful planning, Chris would proceed to have sex with her mother once every 3 days.
Once every 3 days.
On June 28th, a user on 4chan posted a couple of photos from his visit to Christine's house, claiming he had left for her a bottle of orange Fanta, some fan art, and $20. He then played the flute in front of Chris's dog, Patty Chandler's doghouse, for 20 minutes, during which time Chris allegedly peeked at him through her window. On June 29th, Maker Nightv libelously tweeted that the WCT was a clout-chasing YouTuber who wanted Christine to kill herself, like his YouTube video subject Randy Stair had. She further claimed that he had teamed up with Praetor, further spreading the falsehood that Praetor wanted Chris to tase herself. On July 1st, Christine messaged Maker, telling her that she saw Maker's true ways, placing her into a group she dubbed the Toxic Trio, which also included Knot and Kyle. Chris highlighted that she noticed certain members of the Watchmen were kicked out of the group because they threatened the trio's way of doing things, which included talks of racism, Nazi shit, and other topics which reeked of toxic vibrations. This included sending a threat to Annabelle of Praetor, who fortunately did not read it. Chris further wrote that she was taking...
You don't see it, Tommy? It's on the bottom left, man. Some of the people in this chat already just looked at it. I'll show you. I'll post it in the Discord. Let me pause everything. Hang on. All right.
taking care of Maker's original characters, and formally parted ways with her. Maker wrote back that she would not apologize for her dark and cringy sense of humor because she had led a difficult life, and that she had called the WCT a faggot because she felt he was trying to use Christine to become famous. She stated she would welcome Chris back after the WCT and his accomplices have abused her. Christine replied that she sensed Maker was insecure about herself and encouraged her to be honest and confident in herself, detailing that she did not need Chris or anyone else to boost her morale. Maker Nightv once more wrote that she needed Christine in her life to get better, while Chris once again told her that she needed to reevaluate her relationship with herself and heal herself. On July 2nd, Chris revealed to the WCT that she was feeling better about herself sexually because she had recently gotten a sex partner from Dimension 1218 that was very satisfactory, who apparently shared her genuine affection. Christine kept her identity a secret, but described her as physically older than herself, considerably fragile, but with great inner strength and power. She later stated that they had known each other for a while and had sought her out after being encouraged to do so by her allied deities.
It's pretty
Christine
wild.
restated that her partner
So the next
wanted her
part's
as
definitely gonna be
well.
the wildest
She said
part.
that her lover lived not far from her and visited and talked with each other often. She told WCT that she wanted the relationship to be kept a secret as to avoid toxic and demeaning comments saying how wrong it was. The next day, Chris showed the WCT a new massage oil, which she and her mystery partner both liked to use on each other. Also on that day, to contribute to recent meme, ara ara, a phrase sultrily uttered by Japanese women, Chris
there's
recorded
a lot
an
of
audio
ASMR
clip
girls
for
that go,
Twitter
"Ara,
of
ara."
herself uttering the phrase.
Ara, ara,
Oh my god, that's creepy.
ara, 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 ara. Lots of love.
Shit.
Ara, ara.
Ara ara.
On July 4th, Chris tweeted a celebratory message to commemorate the Independence Day of the United States of America, warning those living in hot areas of firework-related accidents. On the 5th, Chris and WCT had a voice chat in the Knights of Quick Discord server, but it was not recorded by any party. During the conversation, they discussed general topics such as the Funko line of collectible figures and the Matrix film franchise. Christine also told him that Caden of Prater was planning on helping her buy a PC so she could use it for live streaming and earning more money. They also once again discussed Chris's unknown lady friend, with Chris still withholding her identity and giving her only basic descriptions. Also
What's
on
up,
that day,
Fronut?
Christine wrote to Null about her new lover, telling him that since she was older than her, their relationship was like something out of an anime or fanfiction. Chris said that she used a condom for safety and had a doctor's appointment on the 20th of the month to test for sexually transmitted diseases. She declared she no longer believed in
Yeah, guys,
hindering
smash that
labels
like.
and
If you haven't
started
hit that
the
like yet,
relationship after
please,
much
please,
deep
please, please,
thought.
please like.
When Null asked her for a photo of them together, she declined sharing them, revealing that her partner was in the over 50s in age, and that she had gotten a book for helpful information and guidance. Christine expressed great appreciation in her lover's life, like her fun days in high school and her work as an accountant. She informed Null that she had also told the WCT and Warhol Chris Chan author Don Lasham that she had a new sex partner, but all of them knew as little details as Null did. Chris revealed that they had their quote-unquote romps in the sack every 3 nights, which was something her partner apparently looked forward to, and their sex play made her grateful since they could explore things never before tried with her previous partners. Null encouraged Christine to keep it a secret and not reveal she had a girlfriend even to her most trusted friends. Christine promised that she would not tell of her relationship to anybody else. On June 6th, the WCT's YouTube channel received a strike, as one of his videos on Randy Stair was removed for alleged
That Randy
bullying
Stair
and
story,
harassment.
guys, I don't know if
He
you've ever
believed
Googled
that he
it. It was
being
pretty fucking
mass-reported by
hardcore.
Knot in retaliation, and so set his YouTube channel to private, filed an appeal, and re-uploaded all his videos to another channel in the meantime. Chris voiced her annoyance by leaving a YouTube comment on another video, telling readers that the series was fairly tame and very informative. On the 7th, Chris sent to Null a drawing of Kiwi Mac, a pony character based on Null, which she intended to make into a Twilight Sparkles secret chipfic
Smash
folder
a like
card.
like Chris
She
smashed
then
his
wrote
mom.
a string of messages
I mean,
brainstorming
yeah.
the flavored text she would put on the finalized card design. The drawing was done to be used as an example of what a custom drawing may look like if a willing donor paid to her fundraiser for the flight to the Brony convention, which was formally launched on July 9th, and further advertised by Chris via a YouTube video.
Hello, everybody. This is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again. I'll give you a captain's log. Start date 7/8/2021. There you go. Just an old time.
Captain's
comment.
log.
Anyway, I am.
What's up, Game
recording this
Junction? Yeah, the
today
stuff
on
is
one
wild.
Particular, very important, insightful interest. Everfree Northwest. Over in the state of Washington, over in Bellevue. Yes, I am going to be there. And I'm looking forward to meeting you all there, but though I am partially set up, I'm gonna need like a few more dollars to make sure I'm still covered for everything else I'm gonna need over the lovely weekend.
See you later,
Lovely
Knucklehead.
weekend. Anyway, so
I got a lovely guy who's helping me out, keep my money organized and situated and everything. There'll be a GoFundMe by the time this video is uploaded, and you'll be able to donate to that directly. He's managing it, and he's gonna do a very good job. I have faith in this guy. I have faith in him. I wouldn't throw a kiwi at him or anything. But anyway, I got my gator for in case I need to corrupt. But I got the most important ticket, this convention ticket. And got my lovely gloves. Lovely, lovely, lovely gloves. Keep my fingers free for touch, 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 touch. Nah, that's on my phone though, obviously. I mean, it's gonna be an awesome time. Looking forward to meeting everybody, seeing the old favorites, old favorite people that I like, you know, from my favorite analysts and other people I got to know over the past year or two through their videos, binging them and whatnot. Got a few more favorites
Tip to the Tulips vibes.
And just looking forward to meeting all of you lovely people who are going to be there, my fans and just art appreciators and aficionados and everything. But yeah, I'm approachable. Hugs are free.
Hugs are free.
Only make
I would
sure
take a
you're
photo
fully
with Chris Chan if I
vaccinated,
met them.
Make sure you show the guys at the door your convention ticket. Alright. So
I know
aside from
Justin
that,
Silverman
yeah,
has a photo
I
with
need
Chris
a few bucks,
Chan.
like a few extra $1,000 to help me with the weekend for food, for additional details and transportation and hotel.
You worked in Bellevue.
Details,
Wow,
you.
nice.
And just
What's up, Nick?
whatever else. Yeah, a little bit of swag. I want
Chris
to be able
Chan
to
should
share
advertise for
share
Pfizer.
a little bit for the arts as well. Hey, I'm an artist, and I appreciate and support all other artists, okay? They're insightful. They're linked to the other dimensions as much as I am, if not on matching levels, because I'm overpowered, obviously. But anyway, so, Everfree Northwest. I'm hoping to see y'all there, and I'm looking forward to meeting such lovely new people and seeing lovely old people again. I don't mean olders and elderly, though. They need compassion and respect too, mind you. Aside from that, Everfree Northwest, come on down and give me a hand to get there, please.
Good, Tommy.
I am heavy at work at this time, but
Glad you saw it.
I'm going to have a good time, and I'm going to be even more busy. So, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all there. I'd like a hand. Thank you very much.
Over on the fundraising site GoFundMe, the campaign, as organized by Joshua Moon, or Null, was set with a goal of $1,000, with $750 set to reimburse an already purchased round-trip flight, and the remainder for additional expenses. For $40,
Yeah, you gotta
fans could
integrate
request
it.
from Christine either a video shout-out or a custom drawing. The fundraiser was also advertised over Twitter, where one follower expressed concern over the fact that Chris's former love interest and occultism consultant,
Dude,
Jacob Sockness,
Jacob
had expressed
Sockness is
interest
great.
in meeting her at the convention.
Do you think Chris
Christine
Chan
wrote
art
back
someday will
that
be
she
an
was
art
aware
museum?
of the threat
Hell no, it
and
won't be in
claims
an
to have
art
plans
museum.
to have an entourage of protectors around her. Another Twitter user asked for organizers of Everfree Northwest to preemptively ban Christine due to her apparent association with QB Farms, which apparently was responsible for the deaths of numerous people. On July 10th, Chris posted on Twitter one of her drawing commissions, a reference to a short scene from the animated TV series The Simpsons, depicting farming supply store Sneed's Feed and Seed, formerly Chuck's, punishly implying when the store was under the aforementioned Chuck's ownership, the supplies on offer would have followed his name's rhyming scheme, with the full name of the store being Chuck's Fuckin' Suck. In Chris's illustration, the store had been gravely run down, as allegedly seen in C-197, and mentioned the Twitter account of Simpsons creator Matt Groening, soliciting his opinion. On July 11th,
I mean,
Christine
like, if it was
tweeted
like a
that she had
meme
change of
place,
heart
like
and reinvestigated
a place
the
where
appearance
somebody
of a background
appreciated, like,
pony
the internet
character
lore
in an
and stuff,
episode
but
of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic,
not like
which
an
some
actual,
believed
like,
was an
art
homage,
gallery,
appearance-wise, to
like a
Chris
real
Chan,
legit.
a concept that she had years before dismissed. She asked episode writer Brittany Jo Flores, voice actress Tara Strong, and Hasbro whether or not the pony was truly based on her, requesting a direct reply from them. She also shared a new drawing depicting Chris-chan Sonichu asking the polo-wearing bespectacled pony whether he was based on Chris-chan. Afterwards, in response to an open question from a Twitter user asking if someone would have sex with an opposite gender version
That's
of
great.
themselves, Chris wrote in reply,
I'd even do it with a
"Personally,
clone of
I would have
myself."
sex with my gender-bent opposite, and I'd even do it with a clone of myself. But it still remains on the mood, and if the feeling is mutual.
Oh, the piano is great.
In interdimensional experiences, it's been positive and successful about 5 to 10% of the time. Later on, Christine asked if there were any available and willing, capable, and inexpensive costume designers who could manufacture for her a costume to have her dress up as her ultimate super form for the upcoming convention. She directed designers to her Gmail email address that was being managed by Null, who she referred to as her loving and awesome partner. Chris-chan enabler Righteous for Quick offered his design for a one-piece spandex suit, which Christine was keen on pursuing further. Finally, Chris posted on Instagram and Facebook 2 photos of Barbara after she had gotten a haircut from Chris.
Man, she
Chris
really was
commented
aging
that
right
it
there,
looked
man.
really good. From the outset, Christine's life seemed to have taken a positive turn. With Null's help, she and her followers saw just how much of an active fan base Chris still had, and just how many were willing to help her reach her life goals, with some perhaps quietly expecting trouble to follow her in her new adventures. However,
Look, too many games.
no one could have predicted how her life would soon be dramatically altered.
Oh, yeah.
Forever.
Next part is going into the nitty-gritty, guys. Holy shit. I can't wait for the next part. So, yeah, we're caught up now. We are caught up. Chris Chan is about to, the documentary is about to hit the next part. I'm almost a little too nervous for it. So we'll chill and we'll vibe for a little bit. How you guys doing? Let me share the Discord. I know Botrix shared the Discord a few times, but I want to try to get a Discord community going. Where's the Discord link at? Here we go. I'm gonna post it right here. My Discord, I've been kind of like neglecting it. You secretly stayed the whole episode? Nice. So my Discord, I've been low-key neglecting it for quite some time, and I'm trying to get back into it and build a little Discord community in there and kind of have some fun on it. It's friendly. There's a lot of stuff in there. There's different categories for like gaming news, game setup collection, stuff you picked up. There's a way to like share your friend codes and stuff so you can party up with people. There's paranormal talk. There's a super secret section for Patreon members and YouTube members. So if you're a channel member, like if you're a YouTube member right now, there's a section in there specifically for you guys. That is like the super secret VIP section. There's also a super secret voice chat in there for the channel members. If you guys want to come in and join it, we're trying to make it popping again. It was popping like in 2019, 2020, and then I just kind of like neglected it a little bit. So if you guys want to come in, I know most of you guys aren't into the what's up, Terrence Taylor? Have a good night. Just recently getting it built back up. Yeah. Thank you, Protato. I appreciate that. So, guys, yes, please sign up in there. I do have like a level up system where you have to level up to like level 10 where before it really opens up certain sections of the Discord, and that's to help encourage engagement and people actually like actively being a part of the Discord and stuff. So, don't be shy, guys. Come into it. I have it open right here. It's just an example of like the home page. Don't be shy. Looks like I got a... But yeah, guys, appreciated the hangout. Let's see what we have as far as 46 likes. Have you who's not hit that like button yet, ladies and gentlemen? If you haven't hit that like button yet, smash it. Let's get it to 50 at least. And if you're not a channel member yet, there's a join button. You could be a channel member. You can even gift channel memberships. So yeah, hit the like button. Something amazing will happen. Yeah. Thank you, Elite. Yeah, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff for the channel members here soon in the near future. Is this a sponsor plug? No, that's Discord. What do you mean sponsor plug? We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff for channel members. So if you're not a channel member yet, make sure you you become one so you could join in for the channel member streams, channel member exclusive videos, things like that. You're watching Jay's haunted video from the basement. What are you telling Fronut not to do? Thank you, Abby. Look at the message you hit. I don't see any. I don't see a hidden message. Hang on. Oh, he was making a reference to something I said in the video. Thank you for being a mod, Tommy, but just relax. These are good people. He was making a reference to something I said in the video. My friend Jay was in the basement with me, and I said I was gonna hit his mom so hard that she was gonna have an Odyssey 2. So Tommy's new to the to the Game Chaser community, so he doesn't know a lot of the references. So if he does mod you guys, don't take it personal. He's still figuring it out. He's still in here. No, I got you, Tommy. He's just looking out. He's just trying to do his job, trying to be a good mod. So if for whatever reason you see messages get hidden or disappear or whatever, don't take it personal. He's just doing his best. All right? Tommy's good people. What's up, Fake Vania? You made it. Well, we're winding down already. You made it. It's fine. Better late than never, right? You were on Fortnite. You could have had me tuning in. You could have had me in the background while you're on Fortnite. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Pizza time, man. I would kill for a pizza right now. I don't have any pizza. You still don't see the chat for members? You should. It's on the bottom left, Elite. I posted it. If you go in the general discussion on the thing, I showed You have to like do like you have to like connect the integration, and it should come up on the bottom too. I hear about Megamind 2. I did not. What's going on with Megamind 2? I haven't even seen Megamind 1. Do you hope to visit the U.S. for some game conventions? Some of the video game conventions could be really fun. The next one I'm going to be at is going to be Retropalooza Houston. And then I'm kind of slow on it. I haven't confirmed too many appearances this year. Yeah, so go to your settings on Discord, and then you'll find connections, and then there should be like add a YouTube thing, and you should be able to add it in there. And then if you look on the bottom, like if you go all the way down, Elite, to the bottom, like you'll see like Patreon, then there'll be like YouTube members, and then there'll be like Discord suggestions. So you should be able to look into it. What's up, Megavania fan? How you doing? But yeah, we're gonna be trying to get the Discord popping, folks. Playing some Helldivers. You know, I still haven't played that game. I want to, but I still haven't gotten around to it. Have I heard from Alpha Mega Sin recently? Just on Instagram, like in the comments. He had a kid not too long ago. I don't know what to tell you then, Elite Pierce. You might have to send like a support message to Discord. Maybe send them a message, like if there's like a support button or a help button or something like that. You might have to do that. No problem. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. All the new subscribers from the videos I had this week, I really appreciate you guys. Hopefully, again, like I said, you guys stick around. Hopefully, I get very imposter syndrome. I'm like, oh man, there's all these new subs, and I'm gonna post something, and they're not gonna like it, and they're going to like unsub and leave, and I just hope that you guys enjoy your time here. I'm gonna try my best to make content and stuff that you guys will want to watch. So thank you guys. Y'all have a good night.